Hey, boys and girls, how you guys doing this evening? Just got back from a coin show in Fayetteville today, and it's a pretty fun time. Found a couple of decent coins. I got us a new roll ready here. This is the 1960 Philadelphia roll. Now, the special thing about this particular 1960 Philadelphia roll is that this came directly from a bag. I scooped up 50 coins and put them in a tube. And I had checked a couple of handfuls of coins from the bag, and they were coming up pretty ripe with nice double dies. There's two different double dies that we are expecting to find in this particular roll. They're not on the obverse, they're on the reverse. And we're going to check the obverses of these coins anyways, just to be sure. And one thing I forgot to do before I turn this on was to get my bag. That would be normal of me. Let's see. I don't see my bag. Hang on just a minute. Okay, when it comes to chucking bags, there is never one very far away. All right, here we go. Now, I do need to explain to everyone that the monthly packages and the packages from the sale this past week have not yet gone out, but I will be doing them tonight and tomorrow morning. For some, I have already done a postage, and you'll see that the postage has been printed, but the bag hasn't. The box hasn't been shipped. Well, the reason for that is because I just haven't made it quite there yet. Still working on that part. So I got 50 names, 50 spots, and 50 coins in the roll. And we're ready to go. Let me go ahead and open this tube. And they're nice uncirculated coins. We might find a few toners in here. But what we're definitely going to find is 50 decent 1960 Philadelphia coins. There's all 50 of them. Now, let's pick for spot number one. Spot number one will go to Jeremy. Let's see what Jeremy gets. Here's the obverse of the coin. Because these were bagged, there's not going to be any roll end or toning, but there is some toning on the coins individually just because of how they sat in the bag. So some of them will have toning and some of them will not. And trust me, when we find the double dies, you're not going to need for me to tell you that we found a double die. This is not one of the double dies. So, this is reveal number 33. Here we go. Number 33. We got the flips ready for it. And this particular coin didn't show up to beat anything. So we'll move on to number two. Coin number two will go to... Oop, let me put Jeremy's name in this one. There we go. Coin number one. Coin number two will go to... Well, Jeremy. Okay. Well, we couldn't get Jeremy one out of the first coin. What do we get out of the second coin? It's a little bit spotty. These did come out of a bag that's been sitting for better than 50 years. Was it 58 years, 59 years now? But the exciting part about it is if and when we find double dies in this, they're going to be nice ones. They're going to have a little bit of value. I think this is one of them. Yeah. This is an example of double die reverse number one. And you can see when I get it in the light, let me scoop in on this one here real close so you can get a good view of that right there. There's that extra little piece at the bottom of the N in one right there. And if we scoot on around to the United, especially when we get to the TED of United, well, I need to flip it around this way. Better see it. There's a UNITED. And then the T, here's the E. You've got notching right up there at the corner of the E. And you've got notching here at the corner of the D. And then you got just a little tiny bit at the top of the T, the ST. But the TED show it really well. It's on the UNI, but you kind of have to know what you're looking for. And then it's on the bottom of the two N's. That N. And you move over here to the cent N. And let me turn it so it shows better in the light. There it is right there and right there. And you can see it just a little bit on the initials. There's a little bit of doubling on the initials there. And there's not going to be, well, there is a little bit at the corner of the A. Right there, you can see it on the, well, see it on the corner of the A. There's two serifs down there. At the bottom corner of the C. And so there's a little bit of doubling all the way around on this one. And this is a double die reverse number 1. I already know this because I've been through a couple of handfuls of coins that came out of this bag. So Jeremy gets himself a DDR number 1. And there we go. So I knew there would be something in this because I was finding too many of them so that if you just scooped up 50 coins, you wouldn't find one on. I didn't think that would happen. So here we go. Coin number 3. Taco John. Taco John gets coin number 3. Let's see what's on coin number 3. And let me back it out so we can actually see the coin instead of the molecules that make up the coin. There we go. And let's see the obverse. Nice and bright. A lot of luster on this one. That's a, looks like a fiber sitting on the coin that's not struck through. So pretty much a normal coin on the obverse as expected. Let's look at the reverse. And this one appears to be a normal coin. The DDR number 1 in this condition, I'm gonna say somewhere between $5 and $10. There's the other DDR that I found a few of in the bag that there could be some of in this roll. That would be DDR number 6, and those are actually pretty valuable. Those are like $20, $25. All right, well, next coin goes to Taco John. So Taco John and Jeremy so far are the only ones that have come out with anything on this roll. So let's take a look at the obverse and see what we can find. No toning. That's kind of what we're looking for on the obverse of these coins, is pretty much just toning because there's not going to be any double dies on them. Excuse me. And then the reverse. Well, it's a matter of turning it just the right way to see if it's got that stuff at the bottom of the lettering. It looks like it might. Yeah, this is another one of the double dies, I do believe. Or maybe not. No, this is not. So this is not a double die. This is another normal coin. Because when you find the double die, you kind of know it. This one's got a little interesting toning on the reverse. It's a pretty nicely toned coin. Let's see, number 5. Number 5 will go to Joe McBride. Let's see what's on coin number 5. Okay, nothing on the obverse, sort of as expected. And sometimes it's a little hard to tell between the ones that you're just looking at reflections and the ones where you're actually seeing doubling. I believe I'm going to have to zoom in. to zoom in to tell for sure. Come on. Get the zoom working right. Yeah, see, this right here is reflection. You can just see it basically just reflecting the rim like a mirror. This is basically just reflection. But when you look over here, no, we're still just seeing reflection. Okay, so this is a normal coin. Scratch that. Never mind I did any of that right there. You didn't see that. We'll move on to the next one. All right, here's Joe. You didn't see that. Scratch that from memory. Back up the camera. Levels of Madness gets the next coin. This is coin number 6. Coin number 6 in the roll is Too Close to See. Well, let's move it back a little bit. There we go. And after having been through about 70, 80 coins in this roll, I've kind of tuned my eye in just a little bit to exactly what we're looking for. Or in this bag, I mean, not the roll. We got a nothing going on with that one. So nothing happening here. I was finding the double dies. I found 6 or 8 of each out of 2 or 3 rolls worth of coins. So should be doing pretty well with this roll. So we're only on coin number 6. We found 1 double die so far. And coin number 7 goes to Taco John. Taco John gets lucky coin number 7. Got some orangish toning on this one. Orangish to pinkish toning. It's pretty cool. I like toning. CMOS Omaha, I have not made any shipments yet. I'm still trying to get everything together and get all the orders put together, get all the postage printed, get everything done. The EPU. I'm not really sure about the EPU being the best die for this. Actually, the die number 6 that I was finding in these and die number 2 are the strongest of all of the ones I know of for the 1960 plain reverses. All right, D. Reese. Somebody new gets the next coin. Somebody different, I mean. He's not new. He's been doing this for a little while. Still looking for our first sign of anything on the obverse, but I'm just not seeing anything. All right, let me try the reverse. My camera decided to jump on me. I don't want it to bail out too early, because if it bails on me, I don't know what to do. CMOS Omaha, you're dead on right that it would have been an absolute chore. Wow, look at that die scratch. That's huge. You get some really big die scratches on this one. It would have been a super chore to be able to get all of those rolls packed up and shipped out quite so fast. I do have something, though. I bought this huge roll of, it's like corrugation. It's like almost like one-sided cardboard, but it's in a roll. And it looks like a big giant rolled tortilla. And then what I did was I cut it into sheets large enough to go around. Here, let me show you. These are kind of cute. So when you get rolls from me now, the rolls are inside here, inside of packaging. And then the packaging is wrapped up, and it's Kind of neat. It looks like a penny burrito. See that? It's a penny burrito. And there's 10 rolls in that. And then when you pack them like 100 to a box, there's enough room for 100 rolls in a medium flat rate box that if it's properly lined and properly insulated and properly taped, it'll make it to its destination. So I can send off 100 rolls in a medium flat rate box now. Okay, coin number 9. Oh, where did I put my... Oh, there's my bag. Here's my bag. My bag, coin number 9. Oops, I'm sorry. Coin number 8 needs DeReese's name put in it. All right, now coin number 9. Draw coin number 9, and it is Wild Bill. Wild Bill, let's see what Wild Bill gets. The ladies are downstairs with the dog, and well, they're playing with him, and everybody's roughhousing a little bit and being a little loud. So if you hear any screams or anything, it's because of the dog. See what I can see here, and I see nothing. If we find a couple more of these double dies, you'll be able to see them after a while. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot of experience to start shooting through a roll of original source material and identify the goodies when you see them. We will for sure find at least one more. We have to find at least one more. Mr. Fletcher gets the next one. Let's see what that is. Okay, again, nothing on the obverse. And this particular one has nothing on the reverse. So it too is a normal coin. And put that in holder number 10 and put Mr. Fletcher's name with it. I wrote J. Fletcher on these. Remember that old TV show, Murder, She Wrote? Angela Lansbury? She played Jessica Fletcher. Oh, or Mr. Fletcher again. So when I see J. Fletcher, I want to say Miss Fletcher. Doesn't work that way. All right, here we go. Got a little bit of toning on this one. A little bag toning. Nice sharp obverse there. Nice earlier dice date obverse. Let's flip it over and take a look at the reverse. And what do I see with my trained eye? Nothing to see on this one. This one's a normal coin. Well, boys and girls, I hope these double dies are in this batch. I was finding them when I went through a part of the rest of the bag, and I'll be rolling up the rest of them. Bill Betts gets the next coin. That's coin number 12. I'll be rolling up the rest of them for sale as rolls. Because I know they're producing decent double dies. It's just a matter of getting down to that point where we start finding them. We haven't been so lucky yet. Okay. Nothing on that one. I was finding a few of them in clusters. I think I found 3 or 4 of them in a row at one point. All right, Mantic gets the next one. This one belongs to Mantic. Oh, just a little bag toning on the obverse there. And the reverse. Nothing. Okay. I'll move on to the next coin. We'll hit something eventually here. Coin number 14. Levels of Madness. Let's look at the obverse. It's got some orangish red toning on it. I know it's a little hard to see because you can't really tell what the color of my camera is coming out, but you can see the shifting color there. There is a little bit of toning on the obverse of this coin. So that's why it kind of looks a little dark. That's just because of the toning. And the reverse side, a little bit of toning on this side too. But we once again are looking at a normal coin. No hub doubling on this side. Everything that you see on the outside edges of the letters are reflections of the rim, because if I turn it around, they disappear. Hello, Mr. Vines. The way you get in on this, at the regular auctions on Tuesday nights, toward the end of the auction, I sell spots in the rolls. I announce what rolls will be done that week, and I sell spots in the roll. And I usually limit the total number that people can get per roll, because otherwise you'll end up with an entire roll going to 4 people. And so I usually limit it to 2, 3, 4, 5 spots per roll. Mr. Longy gets the next one. And then you buy it and I invoice you along with the items that you got at the auction. And then at some point later in the week, we schedule up a show, come on and do these live, so that when I open the roll, you can watch me do it. When I go through the coins, you can watch me do it. You can see your coin under the microscope. And everybody knows whose coin is whose when they come off the press here. I think I could be seeing... I think I am seeing hub doubling here. Let me zoom in on the E real quick here. And when I find goodies in these rolls, I will pull the coin out. I'll mark it for you as being what it is. That way you'll always know. And when I send it to you, you'll have them in a flip that's marked. If I happen to find a coin that photographs would improve Coppercoins.com listing, I'll photograph the coin for Coppercoins, and then I will put plate coin on your coin, and I'll sign it. That way, if you turn it into Annex to have them holder it, they'll put plate coin on there because they can see my signature. And they know my signature. This one's a normal coin here, Mr. Lungy. I also do new listings. We have some 30 to 40 new listings to get on the website that is strictly due to these roll reveals. Oh, Mr. Lungy gets another one here. Well, let's see what coin 16 has to reveal for Mr. Lungy. He's just a little spotty on the obverse. Okay, no doubling on the obverse. Midnight Silver Run, that is correct. If it has my signature on it and it says new listing, then it's a new Coppercoins listing, and your name will be the credit on the coin on the die listing. Another normal one. Wow, we're running into a lot of normal coins. It's starting to worry me a little bit. We're at 16 coins and we've found one double die so far. I had expected a little better than this out of this roll. Number 17. Go to Jeremy again. Well, back to the first person in the roll. Let's see what we can do with him. Maybe he brings out the luck in the roll. Yeah, nothing on the obverse so far. Let's flip it over and see what happens. I'm seeing two ridge lines on the top of that E. That's either a little bit of finning from eject doubling, or it's actually a double die. So give me a little bit of patience here while I try to focus and zoom in properly. Now, this is a double die. Yeah, this is one of the double dies. You have doubling at the top, you have notching at the tops of those letters. We're going to have extra at the bottom of the N right there in 1. You come on over to the bottom of the N in cent. You're going to see it again over here, right there, and right there. Then you're going to see it on the initials. I'll be doubling on the initials. Let's get that turned the right way so you can see the doubling. Shadows have to be falling in just the right direction for you to be able to see it very well. It's there though. And then the A will have a little nudge on the top of it to show doubling. Right. Okay, there's your doubling on the FG. You can see it. It's just kind of there. And then the A has this thing that's a little difficult to see on the top of it, but the bottom serif of the A should be doubled quite well right there. So this is DDR number 1 again. Was that first one Jeremy's? It was. So Jeremy just got another DDR number 1. Stinker. Okay. Yeah, we are. I'm working on getting a couple of my other people to be able to help me out with these. That I edit the photos and then they will actually add the photos to the site. Right now, I'm working with Jody on getting him involved in helping me with it so I can go through and edit the photos and then he can take care of actually writing out the listing. And so they should go a little faster. But right now I'm like 45, 50 dies behind. Trust me, I don't want to be. I want to be caught up. I would love to go to bed tonight knowing I don't have any work to do tomorrow. But as it stands, take a look. Hey, come on, camera. There we go. Take a look back there. You see all that? That's all roll reveal stuff that I've sorted. That's all people's coins that I got to get in sheets and get mailed out to them. So, yeah, it's a little busy here right now. 16, where's 17? Okay, 17 was, this is 18. 18 goes to levels. This is 18. I lost my spot. Now I found my spot again. It's this right here. So that side has nothing. Let's see about this side. It's the reverses that I've been expecting everything on because it's a reverse where I found everything that I've found so far. This looks like it could be another one. See if I can see it on the end. Yeah, this is another one. It's another DDR number 1 here. There's 2 in a row. This one goes to Levels of Madness. Yeah, that's one of my markers right there, those diagonal die scratches under the NT of cent. But you can see how the FG is a little bit wide to the rim. And you can see that extra serif on the bottom right hand corner of the A. Then you have the extra serifs on the bottom of the N. But the part that makes this one nice is the doubling on the TED of United. So there we go. So now we're actually into the double dies. Coin number 18 is also of a double die belonging to Levels of Madness. This is DDR number 1. This is Kaneka DDR number 1. Alright. So I'd like to see a DDR 6 in this, though. Mr. Fletcher gets the next coin. Toning on the obverse. A lot of nice colors. Pretty colors. Look at that. Blues and pinks and all kinds of color on there. Really nice. Okay, and on this side we see more toning. You wouldn't expect toning to be on one side of a bag coin. It might be on one side of a roll coin or an album coin, but these have been sitting loose in a bag for 60 years. 59. I can add, but it just sounds better to say 60. If I just redid the website, you wouldn't find any 404s, unfortunately. I know exactly why you're getting them. It's because you're trying to go to pages where there's links to them, but there's no page there to accept the link. Joe McBride. That was built into the website that way. Not for frustration, but because I had high hopes at one point in time of being able to finish the website off as planned, and never did. And now I'm working on a new version to change the entire basic purpose of the website, and all the 404s will disappear because there will no longer be links to them. Okay, this one's a normal coin. Coin number 20. Anthony Goodley, don't use the date guide part. In fact, I need to remove the link to that altogether. Use the die variety search. Paul Hampton. The pagination works there. Works just fine. Just don't use the date guide. When you go into the website, go to the top of the left navigation where it says die variety search. Hit that link. You'll go into a page with a form that you can fill out with information as constrained as you want it to be, and hit submit, and you will get a list of everything you're looking for. Everything I have listed that you're looking for. I think this is another DDR number 1. It's another DDR number 1 right here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 out of this roll so far. Double die reverse number 1. It's not very strong, but it's definitely there. Penny Parent, you have no trouble using the site because you're not using the date guide part. The date guide needs to be killed altogether because it does not work. But if you go into the die variety search at the top left corner of the homepage of the website, use that, you won't have any problems. D. Reese. Next coin to D. Reese. See that little doubling right there just to the right-hand side of the center of the E and we? That is normal for 1960 large date Lincoln cents. 1960 Philadelphia and Denver large date Lincoln cents have master die doubling on the obverse that shows in the motto. It's weak and it only shows in certain letters like the E, but it's there. That is true. I do believe I showed people exactly how to do it in those videos. There's a lamination. Nifty little lamination on this one. But if someone hasn't watched those particular videos, then they're not going to find it. It's not easy to figure out. It's accidental that it's not an easy website to use. I didn't mean for it to be that way. But the design that we're going through now toward a new version of the website will be ultra easy to use on a PC, a tablet, a phone. It will be a fully responsive website, or D. Reese again, that will blow the current website out of the water. I'm hoping to release it sometime in the spring. It should be ready by then. A big die crack right there, right on the head. This one's a little brown. It's a little impaired as a BU. That did happen on some of the coins. Okay, this one's a nothing. Normal coin. That's coin number 23 in the roll. I really need to have these out here so you can see the numbers, because that is how I research stuff when I go back into the videos, if I have to go back later. So that'll help me. It may not help anybody else, but it'll definitely help me. Mr. Betts gets coin number 24. Most of all of this down here is so that I know where I am in the video. Oof. This one's kind of heavily bag-toned. See what's on the other side. Hopefully a nice double die. I see it's nice and bright on this side. Bag tone on the obverse and nice and bright on this side. And we've plucked a nothing. Sorry, Mr. Betts. Rick, you know, it's kind of likely that I will. I do need to talk with you. Your payment came in, but you jumped the gun a little bit. I needed to send you an invoice to have you pay the invoice. Please, in the future sales, if you bid on or buy anything, don't just send a PayPal payment. Let me send you an invoice, and then you can click pay the invoice and go pay the invoice. Makes it a lot easier on my bookkeeping. Because I think what I'm going to need to do now is send you an invoice and then pay the invoice with your payment in PayPal. So you may see some activity on PayPal. Don't worry about it, though. I know you've already paid. Well, Time Traveler's Coin Exchange, you can relax because it's not you doing the work. All you have to do is just sit back and look. So I'm the one doing all the finger work here. So relax. Drink your hot chocolate. Enjoy the pretty little coins going dancing, crossing your screen. Let's see here. Got another normal one for Mr. Reese. And that's coin number 25 in the roll. Let's say coin number 26. That one goes to Adam Chambers. Let's see what it has on it. This is eject doubling, folks. This is what eject doubling looks like. It is actually lifted. Let's take a really good close look at this. We're going to learn something here. If you didn't already know, and if you did, be patient with me. Okay, you see how this quote-unquote doubling is actually scooped up right there, right there. See how that's all scooped up and laying on top of the digits? That's an issue called eject doubling. What happened is the coin stuck to the die when it was being ejected. Anthony, I know there's something wrong with the website from the start. That's what I've been telling you. The current version of the website was developed in 2001, and I never got a chance to finish it. I went through years of, let's just say, some hard times where I wasn't able to get into it. And then when I got back to it and started looking at it, I realized that the code is not good code, so it needs to be redone from scratch. And I've just not had time to get back to it yet. And I don't have the money to pay someone else. So it's a matter of being patient. The website does work. It doesn't work well, and I know the navigation is not good. But it's already, it's been pointed out 1,000 times, if not once. But that's what eject doubling looks like. Next time you ask, or next time someone asks you if this is eject doubling, this is what it looks like. This is parts of the numbers scooped up on top of the numbers from the sides because the coin was stuck to the die when the feeder finger came by and scraped the coin off the die. I'm hoping to have a new version of the website published sometime this spring. But I've been hoping for that for quite a while now, and it hasn't produced itself yet. And I unfortunately can't sit and code because I don't make any money to put groceries on the table and pay my rent. So I have to do something to make money to pay the rent, and coding my own website's not doing that. Okay. This one's a normal one. But it does have that eject doubling on the obverse. So that's for Adam. Next. Another one for Adam. One thing that you have to realize when you're criticizing what I've done is that this is not a corporation. I am all by myself in the progress and production of this website and its various other things that I've done, like writing books and articles and magazine articles and teaching classes, and all the little things that I've done over the years have come on top of raising a family, going to college, having full-time jobs, and what have you. So for a long, long time, this was a hobby. And I went to college specifically for the purpose of learning how to code websites and do coin websites. And so everything that I've done over the past 25 years has led to where we are now. And it is a work of progress. And that is what's happening. I'm making progress. All right, Cajun gets the next one. This is Cajun's spot. We'll see what Cajun gets out of this. Oh yeah, I've known about the issues for many years. Okay, this one's kind of spotty. The issues have always been there because I built the website with a scope that was too large. When I realized that the scope was too large, it was already too late to do a whole lot about it because navigation had already been built. Incorrectly so. But that was part of my learning process. The website as it exists now was my project in college. And I was supposed to go forward with it. I started it in 2004. Actually, I started in 1999. But I started the database-driven part of the website in 2004 with PHP 2. And since then, the collective world of code has gone well beyond me. And so I'm having to try to catch up and learn and figure out what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So a couple of good things about it. There are over 20,000 photos on the website that are all accessible. They're all accessible if you use the website as instructed, which is not obvious, but they're there. And you can find them all. The other thing is, it's free. I don't charge anybody to use the website. You could always donate to the website and help donate to the cause of my paying the $125 a month that I've been paying for about 15 years on keeping the website active for everyone for free. Because I've never asked for a dime in keeping that website open. Coppercoins has been in existence since 1999, and I've never charged a dime to use it. Sound like dimes anyway. Levels of Madness gets the next one. I'm becoming a little disappointed in how this roll is working out. I don't mean to sound crass or in a bad mood or anything. It's just that I had expected a little bit more than this out of this roll, and it's a little disappointing. Let's see, this might be another double die. Could be. Kind of hard to tell. Let me zoom in on this here. Is it one of them? There's some pretty colors on this, but I don't think it's a double die. I think that's reflections. Let's take a look over here and see if we have any notching at the tops of these letters. No. No notching, not a double die. Let's take a look at the initials real quick and see if they're doubled. No. No doubling on the initials. Die scratches are not there. No, no doubling. I thought for a second that we might have a double die here, but we don't. So that's a normal coin for levels. And as soon as I get the 2 reveals done that I'm going to be doing today, now obviously the 8 o'clock one's not going to happen at 8 o'clock because it's already 52 minutes after the hour and I'm not close to being finished yet. So we'll get it done when we get it done. That's the best I can tell you right now. Probably 8:30 is when that one will broadcast. I do have to stop one broadcast to start the other so that they work up to be 2 different videos on YouTube. Oh, bam, there we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Here, there's zoom in on these initials because they are quadrupled. There, that's thickness for you folks. When they say class 6 is extra thickness, that's what extra thickness is. All right. This is a massive double die here. Try to get it in focus here. Okay, so you can see at the bottom of the A, there's like 2 whole different bottoms to the A. You come on across to these letters. Look how thick those serif areas are and how thick the bottom of the CE is. See that right there? That's huge. This is what I found a few of. What I was hoping I would run into here for you guys. This is a massive class 6 double die reverse. It's die number 6. Kaneka die number 6. It's huge. It's really, really nice. All right, well, we ran into one of them, and this one belongs to Adam Chambers. Congrats. These things run, I'm going to say, anywhere between $15 and $25 a coin. Okay, make me a new stack over here. All right, next will be Benjamin Marler. Let's see what Benjamin Marler gets. Yeah, a little bit spotty. A little bit of that eject doubling on the 9 there. As with all the others, nothing special on the obverse. Let's see about the reverse. And nice clean reverse, but there's nothing on it. No doubling. Yeah, do that again. Don't I wish? Man, I really wish. As every coin in every roll I pulled was a really nice double die. That would be so sweet. It doesn't work out that way, though. Unfortunately, they're harder for me to find than they are for you. I don't know why. I have the curse of the no double dies. Taco J. Taco John. Taco John gets this one. So yes, beginning and end, my website does need instructions to be able to use it, but I know it does, and I know why it does. And that is a double die right there. That's DDR number 1. There's your extra piece on the bottom of the N. And your extra piece on the bottom of the other N. And then the die scratches. And the fat FG. So you go. Another die number 1 there. DDR number 1. That's for Taco John. And for those of you who are joining us now, taking a look and trying to find out why we haven't started the other show yet, that's because it's going to be late. Oh, I started off reverse on this one, sorry. What is it? That's another DDR. It's another DDR number 1. It is. It's another DDR number 1. See, I did it again. Oops. I did it again. So you see the doubling on the top of the TE and the I. All right, there we go. This one's for Benjamin Marler. Benjamin Marler gets a DDR number 1. All right, Paul Hampton. Just pulled a string out of my bag. Paul Hampton will get the next coin. That's coin number 35. Oh, I just want to cut to the chase on these obverses, but because so far in this roll and in the other roll and a half or so that I've looked through, I've not found anything on the obverses. That kind of tells me it's not there. Oh, bam! There's another DDR6. There you go. Who the boss now? Look at that. That's sweet. DDR number 6 hits us again. You gotta love it. Look at that. Look at that spread on the top of the United. And you can even see it in the base. Left-hand side of the base there. Really sweet. Really nice. Well, they're all coming at the end of the roll. What do you know? That's coin number 35. So 33, 34, and 35 are all double dies. And 31 was a double die. So 32 was not. Oh, that's Paul Hampton's. I got to get his name in there. I also have to remember not to schedule any shows an hour apart because sometimes these take more than an hour to do. All right, here we go. Next name out of the bag is Wild Bill. Wild Bill will get a bunch of swirly die scratches with some color. Got some color on the obverse of this one. Ooh, got a puck mark in the head. Excuse me. I'm going to flip this over and take a look at the reverse and see what we get on the reverse. this one turns out to be a normal one. Not a double die. So our streak ends. I was going through a roll one time wondering where my streak was going to end because from the first coin, all of them were repunch mint marks. It was a 1960D roll. Oh, haircut? Thank you. I went all the way through the roll, and out of the 50 coins in the roll, 2 of them were not RPMs. The rest of the entire roll was RPMs. That was pretty awesome. That happens very infrequently. Almost to the point that it kind of made me think, well, someone must have put all these together like this, right? Yeah, it's a normal coin. Now, folks, if I were going to seed rolls and put extras in rolls just to make it nicer, I'd have done a much better job than this. Now, so far out of this, we've got 6 or 7 double dies, which is good. 6 or 7 double dies in one roll is actually a pretty nice haul. Stonecutter will take the extra one if there's 51 coins in the roll. Jeremy gets the next one. Jeremy's done pretty well so far today. He's got, I believe, 2 DDR number 1s. But I don't think he's yet had a DDR number 6. There's only been 2 of those found in the roll so far. Make that 3. This is another DDR number 6. Just when I'm talking, maybe I could just keep talking about it. Maybe it keeps happening. Another DDR number 6. That's super nice. If you know the markers on what makes the design, let me back up, say this again. If you know the characteristics that make the design what it is, when you see this double die, you instantly know that it's off. You instantly know. All right, Wild Bill gets the next one. Let's just start on the reverse. It's easier that way. It's got a little mark on it there. A little spot. It's got spots. I don't like spots. Don't like spots at all. See, there's that doubling on the top of the E that is common to all large date 1960 Lincoln cents. So, today, that was a normal coin, by the way. Today, I went to the show in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And on my way back home from the show in Fayetteville, I actually went to Clayton, North Carolina. Oop, that was Wild Bill's. I need to get his name in there, and I just drew his name again. Clayton, North Carolina was the birthplace of my father. And his grandfather, my great-grandfather, was the maintenance man of a schoolhouse that still stands today, still used today. So I went and found this schoolhouse, and I walked around the schoolhouse taking pictures for my dad because it's where he used to play when he was a little kid. Now my dad's 74 years old. And so I took the opportunity of being able to share some of my father's history with him today. That was kind of cool. Okay, we have a normal one here. Tis a normal coin for Wild Bill. Gosh, I wish I could get one of these for everybody. These double dies are actually really sweet. First one I found, my jaw fell open. Like, wow, this is nice. And then I found another one. Hey, I gotta get these rolls out to my people. All right, Jeremy. See what Jeremy pops out of this. I'm going to do the reverse first. That way we either get excited or we get our excitement blown away real quickly. There's a little bit of grease filling there on the top of the N in cent, but no hub doubling on this particular coin. No hub doubling on this particular coin. You got some nice color though. It's a pretty toner. Well, that's a toner. Yeah, yeah. That's a toner, all right. Excuse me. It's damn medication. I'm not tired. It just makes me yawn. I don't get enough. I don't get enough juice up here. All right, Fletcher. I keep wanting to say Jessica Fletcher, but it's not Jessica. But it is a normal coin, unfortunately. It's not a Tuma. No, not a Tuma. It's just my medication. If I quit taking my medication, I would probably want to kill people, but I wouldn't be yawning. Excuse me. They seem like I'm tired, and I'm just not tired. I mean, I could sleep, but I'm not as tired as I make it look by yawning. My yawning is just my medication, folks. It is what it is. Nah, full step pennies don't help much. All right, Mr. Reese. Let's look and see what Mr. Reese got. And I turn them upside down because of the direction of my lighting makes it easier to see doubling when the details are turned where the doubling would be facing me, which in this case would be toward me or upside down on the letters that don't face the rim. So that's, look at that, nice coloring. Pretty. Nice little good bit of toning on this one. Nice obverse there, Mr. Reese. Medication, you might ask. I am a veteran. I spent time in some pretty naughty places in the U.S. and I mean across the world, not in the U.S. Oh, wow, look at the color on this one. This is pretty. And having spent some time in places that, well, most people would never want to go, I have unfortunate memories of different things that have occurred in my life. Pretty much all of them while I was in the military. And so now I take anti-anxiety medication to help me better cope with the demons in my life, which for many years went untreated and caused a lot of strife and different issues in my life that are now, for the most part, resolved. For the most part. Except that I yawn a lot. If you're a grunt, I thank you for your service. However, I'm not a grunt. I was Air Force. Taco John. Next coin in the roll goes to Taco John. Let's look at the reverse first. We've been having a little bit of luck doing that. Not enough, but a little bit. Nice toning. Some pretty color on there. If you look at this, you'll see the colors. It's kind of a silvery color hiding behind that red. And then you got like beet orange, red. Some pretty nice color, but no doubling. What about the obverse? That's a huge die scratch right there. Or die gouge, I would call it. But no hub doubling on this one. But I'm not going to start nodding off on you in the middle of a show. I don't do that. I am fully awake and fully aware. No, it's not Zoloft. Mine is fluoxetine and prazosin. Mr. Fletcher, we only got a few coins left in this roll, which is good because we're 11 minutes late for our next show. So when we get done with this, I'm going to come to kind of an abrupt halt because I'm already 11 minutes late on the next show. And I'm going to switch everything around, get ready for the next broadcast. I want you to go back out to my channel and find the next broadcast and go in there and wait for me. I'll be there 5 minutes or so. This one is also not a double die. That's coin number 46 in the roll. We should have 4 left, and we do. Sorry, Mr. Dowdle, no extras. Coin number 47 will go to Benjamin Marler. Let's flip it over on the reverse and take a look. Well, that's kind of flat. Can't really tell much from that. We have a DDR number 1. And I can tell because I have the right die scratches for it. There's your doubling on the bottom of the N. And on the bottom of the O there. And then we have our doubling on the top of the TED of United. So this is a double die reverse number 1. Benjamin Marler gets himself a nice double die. I'm going to count these up when I get done real quick. All right, that's coin number 47. Coin number 48 will go to dun 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 Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton gets coin number 48. Flip it over on the reverse and we take a quick look. And we have a normal coin. Wah, wah, boo. I'm going to get my dog all excited and he's going to come in here. All right, coin number 49. Coin number 49 in the roll. Now, for those of you wanting to get in on a roll review, oops, let me get Paul Hampton's name in there. Coin number 49 is going to go to Mantic. This is average or better than average roll. I'm kind of happy with the results. They just came a little late. A little late in the run. Not done yet. We got 2 coins left. Well, now 1 coin. Nothing there. Nothing there. So nothing up my sleeve on that. And Mantic gets himself a normal coin with that. Quite unfortunate pull. Now, who has the last coin in the roll? And they are all gone. Levels of Madness. Levels of Madness gets the last coin in the roll. Let's see what it is. Is it? No, it's a normal coin. Last coin in the roll works out to be a normal coin, unfortunately so. I was kind of hoping to end on a bang, but it just kind of fizzled. Wah, wah. Nice toning, though. That's some interesting colors. Okay, folks. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down here and now. Join me in the other stream in about 5 minutes, and I'll be ready to go on the 1963 proof roll, which I still have to find. It may be a little bit longer than that because I actually have to find the roll. So I turned this place upside down when I did that sale last week, and I'm still recuperating. All right, I'm going to shut it down now. See you guys over there.